Hello, I'm fake meteorologist Bob Clubs reporting for Facebook weather. Well, all eyes are on winter storm borderline as we head into the middle of the week. Now, folks, you have to keep in mind this system that we all are waiting for is just now entering the west coast of the United States. And it has to travel quite a distance to get here. And things could change very drastically if the focus of that system ends up drifting even 50 miles to the north or the south, particularly when we are dealing with a borderline situation like we are here. The major meteorological models, now let's say that a few times fast, the major models are still in big disagreement with what ends up happening with this system. So that's leading to real meteorologists being so hesitant, most of them anyway, to offer a definitive forecast about what's going to happen. And I have been checking numerous sources this afternoon as time permitted, and depending on where I look, they put the snow line in different places. Pretty much it looks like that we could expect here in the Cape Jackson area to get some freezing rain, some sleet, and some of the sources are even indicating that we could get, perhaps a quarter-inch of freezing rain or sleet, and then some snow mixed on that. We'll just have to keep monitoring. Now, as I mentioned to you yesterday, once that system does come over land, which it is beginning to do, overnight they'll be able to sample the system once it gets over land and get a much better idea of what's happening up in the higher levels of the atmosphere dealing with that. This is basically a big low pressure system, and so we'll have a better idea maybe of where this is going to end up happening. But here in our area we're always dealing with, is this going to be all rain? Is this going to snow? We're going to get the sleet, the freezing rain. This one is just that multiplied a lot, and there's a lot of doubters out there. A lot of doubters. I talked to you today who think, it's not going to be anything. Well, you just hang in there. You just stay tuned, because this is winter storm borderline, and all that borderline has to do is just shift just this way or that. And you're dealing with a serious situation. Now, folks, many people have been asking, what's the rating for this system? What's the milk rating? Well, at Facebook Weather, we are prepared right now to rate this storm at a 2-gallon freakout, with 5 being the highest. I am prepared to give this a 2-gallon freakout. I wasn't 1, but I'm going to go with 2, because if, you got to make sure you have enough for breakfast, because it could be slick in the morning, and you better have that second one on hand just in case the kids have to stay home from school. They want to have their cookies, or you want to have your cookies. You know how it is. So we are rating this again a 2-gallon event on the 5-gallon Facebook Weather milk scale. So this is not the time to hide your kids or hide your wife by any means, but just be prepared that things are going to get slick Thursday morning, and actually the forecasts are pushing the event back a little bit, and so we could be dealing with this for into the mid-afternoon now on Thursday. So interesting situation to say the least as we deal with winter storm borderline. For Facebook Weather, keeping you updated, watching the weather so you don't have to. I'm fake Facebook meteorologist Bob Clubs.